Hi everyone, in this video we're going to be taking a quick look at the MacBook Neo line. So I walked into the store 8 days after the release date, and it seemed like every single person who was in there was buying a MacBook Neo. It was pretty crazy to me. Now as you can see right now, it's not super busy in there, but they were a lot busier before I arrived, and this was also on a weekday. I do not have the technical numbers, but everywhere I have looked to try to reconfirm what I am seeing, like as from the perspective of just the everyday consumer who walks into a store and sees what people are buying, this thing is a hit in every way. So enjoy this video. If you have any questions or you want to make some comments, you know what to do.
Now this is the Neo, this is the Air, this is the 13-inch Air, 15-inch Air, 16-inch MacBook Pro, 14-inch MacBook Pro, 15-inch MacBook Air, side-by-side difference, 13-inch MacBook Air, beautiful color, I love that color. I guess it's the same old midnight. It looks a little different than the one that I had. Beautiful. And you got the blush MacBook Neo. Yeah, very nice.
The interesting thing that Apple did here is they came up with similar colors to the iMac line, but without being those exact same colors. Of course, that seafoam green is totally different. Now right here, I need to apologize for the camera work. Now some of this I'm going to take the blame for myself because I am well aware of what's happening here, but I do refer to this as Apple camera time. Apple camera time is when your movements as you're filming, you know that you were moving slower than this. There's no way. I know better than to whip the camera left and right like this. I'm well aware that it doesn't look good, and I try to move as slow as possible to avoid this.
There they are side by side. It's weird because it looks smaller, but it's still a 13-inch display. Of course, the display on the MacBook Air is better when you do a side-by-side video test. Anyway, I'm gonna move on.
Did I throw a wrench in everything, or did I give you some good perspective? Honestly, it's worth it.
This is actually my second favorite color. I really like this. You know, honestly, I really like all of the colors. I think they're all very attractive. I love blush. I think it's great. I mean, citrus is hands down the loudest. Straighten it out a little bit. Definitely the loudest of the colors, but if I had to choose, I would have to go indigo. I'm just by default, it's just my favorite.